Dell is slated for a $67 billion buyout of EMC, just one of several such big-ticket mergers of late. Here to shed light on how these recent M&A transactions involving old-guard tech firms could change the investor landscape, Ali Ramadan, a legal specialist. Now, growth by acquisition, as I just mentioned, has been a very common strategy. Why do you think so many global tech firms turn to it?
I think in the tech field in particular, a lot of companies, the key reasons for that is really they're looking to enter into new markets, and acquisition is a good way to do that. So the Dell EMC Corporation acquisition is a good example of that. TechCrunch summed that up very well when they said it's a big deal for Dell to do that. It's a big risk, but actually it's the only meaningful way they can make a big impact on the sort of cloud computing space, data and product analysis area.
In terms of innovation, it could be stunted in some ways.
Well, I mean, it is. You can invest in R&D and you can do that, but again, the problem with that is that takes time, that takes cost, whereas you can go out and you can buy something which has already been done. And again, we're seeing the tech industry going out and buying actually the creative teams and developers, which is quite competitive, and bringing them in-house through acquisitions. Acqui-hires are quite a big thing at the moment in the tech market, going out and buying the people, and therefore you are bringing in that capability and trying to do it quicker, and also taking it away from your competitors. So therefore you kind of have the innovation, you buy the innovation in as opposed to trying to develop it yourself internally. It's just a bit quicker to get there and hopefully delivers value quicker.
Indeed, and when you look at companies such as IBM, once industry leaders, the lack of innovation kept them from being sort of emblazoned with the innovation title that so many seek today, and really is profoundly important to a marketing strategy down the road, right? When you're talking to your clients and helping them determine what is the best way forward, tell me about some of the material considerations that they have to make.
From the sort of established company route in terms of how they look, how they innovate, again, it's acquisition, there's the problem of, are you too big to innovate? And that's a big issue with the banks at the moment. Are they just simply too big to innovate? And they're now launching accelerator groups, they're launching their corporate venture funds. But in terms of how can they do it, it's a tough one because there's just so much disruption. The small, nimble tech startup companies have the scale to actually just go in and disrupt, and there's more innovation there. They're in the big organisations where there's too much legacy technology and they're not opening up their platforms to outside organisations, and that's the problem.